Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I'm going to show you how to solve an inequality that involve modulus function. Now you can check out the questions on the screen here. We have a modulus function that is less than a linear function. Let's get started. All right, some of you may have this idea. You're going to consider two cases for modulus function because modulus function basically mean the expression inside the modulus sign could be a positive number or it could be a negative number. So what that mean in short, it means that if we have a modulus function here, it may actually mean a negative x, or it could actually refer to a number that is positive. So this is a general idea of a modulus function. Of course, to make it more complete, we will have to define its particular domain. Therefore, this one will be less than 0, or x could be more than equal to 0 here. Right. Now that is the simple definitions of modulus function. We're going to make use of this to solve this. First of all, I like to consider case 1 here. So let me consider case 1. For case number 1, I will have x over x plus 2 less than 1 minus x here. Right. And then all I need to do is proceed on with multiplying both sides by x plus 2. Right. So this is what is going on here. I'm going to show you step by step. Multiply that by x plus 2, both sides. All right. And then just to get rid of this x plus 2 here. And then therefore from here, all right, this is the next step that we have concluded here. I hope that you guys are clear with this. And then thereafter, I can expand my expressions on my right hand side, which would yield this. Okay. And then by doing a bit of rearrangement, and then I got myself a quadratic equation. And then from here, if I try to solve it using a bit of help from the graph itself, I noticed that this is a quadratic graph here. And then I do have a solutions that looks something like this. If I were to plot the graph itself, I'm going to plot the graph at the side. So this graph would actually pass through -1. And then you can see that this graph would basically go through here and typically look something like this, right? And then I'm interested to look at the section of the graph that is below the x-axis. So I notice that now this is the part that is below the x-axis, and then this portion of the graph is lying between x value that is greater than -1 minus search 3, and then less than -1 plus search 3. Therefore, I can conclude my first solution to be okay. I'm quite happy with the result here. Now that's case number 1. All right, so you can take a look at how I proceed to process case number 1 to reach that conclusion. Now next I'm going to show you case number 2. Case 2, right? By referring to case 2, I am considering x the second case here, negative. Okay, so from here I can perform the same trick that I have done in my first case by multiplying both sides by x plus 2 here. Therefore, I will have x plus 2 here, multiply with this. All right, now there you have it. And then I'm going to proceed on with the next step. Okay, and then after that, expansion. X square here. And then after that, by performing a bit of rearrangement, okay. And then right after that, I'm going to use the visual graph to represent the solutions to this. And then if you apply the same strategy here, you will notice that the solutions to the second case would lie between, I'm just going to write down the solutions here. If you try to apply the graph here, you will see that it lie between negative cert 2 and cert 2. Okay, right. Now we got the two solutions here. Now the problem is, how am I going to combine them together? Or should I combine the two solutions together? Or should I leave it as it is by saying that there you have it, these are my two solutions here. All right. Or should I combine them? Right. So this is the first part of the steps in how to solve an inequality that involve modulus function here. Now bear in mind, I leave an open question here to my viewer to think about. Should I consider this solution as a separate one, or can I combine them as a single solution? And are there any more solutions that I miss out? Okay, so do take this time to think about that. Yeah, I will give you a few days to think about that, and then after that, I'm going to pause another follow-up videos to further conclude this scenario here. Right? Think about that. Um, I try to recap again. Should we consider this as our solution, or should we consider this as other solutions, or should we join them together? Should we join these two solutions together to become one, or did I miss out other solutions while using these methods here? Right? So do discuss it, and then drop your message through this channel here, and then think about that. It's a very interesting questions to think about, right? So once you have an idea, go ahead, and then I will check them out, and then I will upload another follow-up video to conclude this particular problem here. Right? Stay tuned.